Hello everyone, same old, let's get this over with. Welcome to the 24th/26th episode of Useless Information, a series where we review my adventures through the few Terraria wiki pages I haven't read yet. I know, thrilling. If you want to watch the full series, a playlist will be available here and at the end of the video. I've revoked the first 4 videos for the sake of your viewing pleasure. Trust me, your ears will be destroyed by the dings if you watch that. Regardless though, let's begin. The theoretical maximum amount of money the tax collector can store is 2,147 platinum, 48 gold, 36 silver, and 47 copper. This is because in the player file, tax collector balances are stored as a 32-bit integer, representing the number of copper coins you have stored. 2 to the power of 31 minus 1 copper coins just happens to be this amount of money. And, oh yes, it does overflow if you fuck with happiness. Dragonflies can accelerate up to 82 miles per hour, which is faster than the maximum speed you can obtain during a dash. If you try to make more than 1,000 sand blocks fall at once, they will begin to disappear. This is because falling sand blocks are projectiles, and there can only be 1,000 projectiles in the game at once. In Terraria, a slice of cake is worth 50 silver. In Minecraft, you can buy a full cake for 1 emerald from an expert farmer. Considering that there are 7 slices in a Minecraft cake, if using cake as a reference, a Minecraft emerald is worth 3 gold 50 silver, or 23.33 times the value of a Terraria emerald. Of course, this doesn't actually mean anything. Fishing is not the same as picking up items. If you have an active encumbering stone in your inventory, you cannot pick up any items, obviously, but you can still fish items directly out of water. You can't open crates though, sadly. And for those wondering about how this affects my encumbering stone run, it doesn't matter since we can't get bait. Hence, why this fact is useless. I mentioned the Terraria character encryption key 3 times across 3 useless information videos, albeit with extra information each time. I think it's the only fact I've accidentally repeated across episodes, though, if you notice another example, let me know. That's trivia on its own. How meta. Every Terraria NPC has the same 1 pixel protruding nose, except the truffle. The star hairpin worn by the Diva Slime and the star hairpin that you can wear are ever so slightly different sprite-wise. Advanced Combat Techniques 1 has blood coming off its pages, whereas Advanced Combat Techniques 2 doesn't. It also features a bow instead of a sword, however, both books boost both melee and range damage for NPCs. The coin pickup text that appears when you pick up coins is capped at 999 platinum, 99 gold, 99 silver, 99 copper, no matter what. These are what Arapaimas, or Aparaimas as I often say, look like in real life. Now you know. Far from being a hostile enemy capable of one-shotting a human, real-life cochineal are tiny parasites that are generally incapable of self-movement. Not really a threat. Interestingly, the Snowman Gangsta has its own special bullet projectile used just for it. This is despite there already being another hostile bullet projectile in the game, the Deadeye Bullet, which is used for every other hostile enemy that fires bullets. You'd think this is because they just forgot about the Deadeye Bullet and accidentally made a duplicate, but the Deadeye Bullet is actually made after the Snowman Bullet, so I don't know, there's just a random copy. The Blood Moon's power is strong enough to turn water deep underground blood red. The Blinkroot Planter Box's sprite shows a Blinkroot with only 2 flowery bits on it. The Squirrel Hook hooks you slightly farther away from the blocks compared to most other hooks. This can sometimes be of great annoyance. In 1.3.5, the Snowman Gangsta had its sprite updated so that it no longer smiles. RIP. Every gravestone has a golden counterpart except the obelisk, though I guess you can kinda see the obelisk having an influence on the golden gravestone. It's still interesting that there's 1 missing golden tombstone variant regardless. The inside of a Golden Delight is supposedly very red. It is unclear where this extremely strong red color comes from. The Moonleech Clot and Living Ultra Bright Fireblock share an identical sprite. I guess it does fit. Looking at the High Five sprite, it seems that one side of the yo-yo is yellow and the other side is black. However, no matter what side you face, the yo-yo always looks yellow. Sashimi is the only prepared fish variety made at a workbench instead of a cooking pot or cauldron. This is of course because it is raw. Both the Demon Torch and Demon Campfire both alternate between purple and orange, although the Demon Campfire seems to alternate more frequently. The Throwing Lines achievement seems to depict a yo-yo that does not exist in the game. The yo-yo closest to it is probably the Format C, although that yo-yo has an inner dimple which this yo-yo lacks. Most mount buffs have the word mount in them, with a few exceptions. The Blessing of the Moon from the Lilith's Necklace, the Flamingo from the Mollusk Whistle, the Golf Cart from Golf Cart Keys, Rudolph from the Reindeer Bells, and the Witch's Broom from the Witch's Broom. Most of these mount buffs lacking the mount suffix are newer mounts introduced after 1.4, but interestingly, Rudolph also doesn't have the mount suffix. Rudolph is the oldest mount in the game, introduced in 1.2.2. It even predates the minecart. The GIF shown on the Tax Collector's wiki page, which illustrates how he's purified, is actually a clip taken from Eurobeer's video on the subject. At first glance they look similar because the character sports the same reflective gold solar flare armor and gold crown that Eurobeer would often wear post 1.3. Both Tax Collectors are also called Agnew. Interestingly, it also appears that whoever made this gift smushed the video slightly. Huh. As far as I can tell from the fandom wiki edit history, the clip was made by Lucky Mo and uploaded 9 July 2015, one day after Eurobeer made his Tax Collector video and 1 week after he was added to the game. The princess's quote during parties uses not 1, but 2 exclamation marks. The singular glass slipper accessory actually includes 2 glass slippers, buy 1 get 1 free, although at 1 platinum per I'd really hope that is the case regardless. The Raven enemies that appear in graveyards or during Halloween are significantly larger than the comparatively diminutive Raven minions we have access to. However, they generally deal less damage considering damage buffs and use the Vulture AI, so they're way stupider. That's a worthy trade-off, IMO. And lastly, you cannot saute a frog leg, but you can saute a frog. Hello, thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of this corpse of a series. You can watch the series starting from the first passable episode using this playlist on the left. Some other video will be available on the right. Consider subscribing if you like the series, as 3/4 of you, statistically, aren't. Either way though, good day and goodbye. See you next time about ideas.